Welcome everybody to a look at a new Warner Brothers Archive Collection release, and it is 1990s Joe versus the Volcano. So this is directed by John Patrick Shanley, who I've not seen anything else from before in terms of directorial efforts, but he was the writer on Congo, which is a fairly decent film as far as films go of that kind of type. So this is a romantic comedy, clocking in at 102 minutes long, stars Tom Hanks, who I've seen in at least 24 other films. Favourites of his being the likes of the first three Toy Story films, Cloud Atlas, Road to Perdition, Saving Private Ryan, and The Burbs. Also stars Meg Ryan, who was in the likes of Inner Space, The Presidio, and Proof of Life. So hypochondriac Joe Banks finds out he has 6 months to live, quits his dead-end job, musters the courage to ask his co-worker out on a date, and is then hired to jump into a volcano by a mysterious visitor. So yeah, Meg Ryan actually plays 3 different characters in this. 3 women that Tom Hanks comes across in 3 different parts of his life after he gets told he's only got 6 months to live. So first role she plays is one of his co-workers, and then the second role she plays as a contact to get in, to this volcano, and the third role is played by the where she's the skipper of the boat that is taking him to the volcano. So yeah, and she does a really rather fantastic job in all 3 roles, to be honest. And yeah, so does Tom Hanks in the lead role. And overall, this is a delightfully weird and charming effort that has a great pair of lead performances, interesting production design, solid pacing, and a generally engrossing plot. The score is also good. There are plenty of laughs throughout. It is well shot. The supporting cast is good. It is well edited, and the romance element is convincing, either be it between the first character or the third character. There's no real romance element between Meg Ryan's second character in this, but they are at least charming enough together, and yeah, they have a good deal of chemistry between each other as well, like Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan do with all 3 of her characters. So yeah, overall a really rather surprising effort, to be honest. I didn't really have any big expectations for this. I'm not typically into romantic comedy films, especially anything 1990 or newer. They generally don't really pique my interest, but with an odd title like that and an odd premise, and yeah, a good cast, that's ultimately what got me into wanting to watch this. And yeah, even though I wish it kept some of the interesting, more nihilistic elements to it at the beginning, can see why that would eventually wear thin with some people, and why it had to move away from that as far as the plot goes. So yeah, overall a really rather solid film, 4 out of 5 as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, as per usual, nothing really extra with the physical aspects of this release, as per usual with Warner Brothers Archive Collection releases. But still, we do have some extras on the disc. We have behind the scenes documentary. We have the music video for the song that plays over the credits at the beginning, which is by Eric Burdon, who was in the Animals in the 60s, which is his song 16 Tons. And then we've got the trailer as well. So yeah, overall a fun effort. It's not perfect by any means. I can certainly see people having issues with the the different kinds of genres that are going on, and the different weird aspects in terms of the way that the production comes across. Certainly comes across as something that might have been done by oh, slips my mind now, but basically it feels like something like Time Bandits or Brazil, or maybe even something like Poor Things that was recently released earlier this year or late last year. Just in terms of the way the production design comes across, it doesn't come across quite as part of actual reality, but then it sort of does. So yeah, it's got that kind of weird mix between it, but that's why me just looking a bit too much into it. But regardless, it is a really rather good film, and yeah, like I said, a big surprise. So if you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.